why do you allow your graduates na after landing a job, sila ay nag-receive ng below minimum wage? We have a law na dapat sinusunod, which is the minimum wage, right? So, inaamin nyo na merong mga graduate galing sa inyo na tumatanggap ng below minimum wage. And why do you allow that? Wala bang support na binibigay kayo na sinasabihan niyo po yung mga kumpanya na nagtatanggap ng graduates niyo, hindi dapat kayo nagbibigay ng below minimum wage sa mga graduates namin? Yun yung point ni
Opo, yun, tama po.
Sagot lang, Sir.
Okay, Mr. Chairman. Tama po yan. Ang problem kasi natin in the Philippines right now, most of our employee is college graduate. Kaya nangyayari sa TechBog graduate, nagiging second-class citizen kami. If you go po the
No, sir. Whether you're a graduate or non-graduate or training graduate, TESDA graduate, dapat hindi below minimum.
Opo, tama
I've been
yan.
fighting for that for the past 20 years na dapat binibigyan na dapat nasa minimum wage ang lahat ng mga trabahador natin. Whether graduate ka o hindi, whether TESDA ka, kung saan kang university pa graduate, dapat pare-pareho. Ba't kayo pumapayag na may pinagmamalaki niyo pa kanina sa slides na mayroong mga below minimum wage graduates kayo? Huwag kayong pumayag. Don't allow that.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. You're right. Kaya po ginagawa namin right now, nagigipag-ports kami, partners kami with the different enterprises, industria, so that they can understand that the graduate of the TBET, TechBook are workforce ready. Kasi yung mindsetting ng mga Pilipino here, yung mga enterprises natin, hindi pa ganun ka-accepted sa kanila yung mga graduate ng TechBook. Kasi sa dami na nag-graduate ng colleges, kaya kung makita mo, ang hinahanap nila kagad is college graduate, even sales lady. Kaya nga mismatch, yan ang sinasabi ng President, madaming mismatch.
Sir, hindi niyo ako nagigets eh. Ang sinasabi ko rito, regardless kung ano yung estado mo sa buhay, ikaw ay nakapag-aral, kahit na hindi ka napakapag-aral, kailangan kung ikaw ay trabahador sa NCR, kung ano yung minimum wage na nakasaad sa batas natin, yun dapat ibigay.
Yes.
Huwag mas bababa. In your case, TESDA kayo, train nyo yung nag-aral sa inyo for how many months or years, nag-train and all, and then, nang pakawalan nyo, nag-land ng job sa tulong ninyo, at below minimum wage ang tinatanggap, pumapayag kayo? Dapat hindi.
I think to clarify what the good gentleman from Isabela and Davao is saying is that do you have a control? Do you actually oversee your graduates after they graduate, when they land jobs? Do you have any idea that they are working below minimum wage? Because that's illegal. Yun yung point ni Senator Raffy.
Mr. Chairman, wala po sa amin yan. It's under other agency.
That's right. Exactly. Kaya nga, so therefore, kung alam nyo yung mga nag-graduate ng TESDA, kung anong industry yun, na below minimum ang tinatanggap nila, then call DOLE. Parang DOLE magsabi, teka muna, graduate ng TESDA yan, ginastusan ng gobyerno yan for so many months and years, and yet tatanggap lang ng below minimum. Hindi pwede at saka illegal yan. First and foremost. Diba?
And considering DOLE secretary is the chairperson of the TESDA board.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Sense.
Hindi dapat po kayo pumapayag. Kahit na wala pang pinag-aralan po yung isang tao, talagang kahit na sabihin natin hindi siya nakatungtong ng grade 1, hindi ho dapat siya tumatanggap ng below minimum. Kasi yun po yung nasa batas natin. Lalo pat kung siya ay nakapag-aral sa TESDA, suportado ng ating gobyerno, binadyetan ng ating gobyerno for months or even years, tapos below minimum wage lang siya? Heck no! Dapat mag-urmentado kayo sa galit. Totoo yan, I'm serious. Di ba? Huwag niyo pong pabayaan.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
The fact na pinapabayaan niyo, monitor niyo pala na meron palang tumatanggap dyan ng below minimum wage na graduate ninyo, parang kinukonsinti niyo po pala. Di ba? Kung graduate nga ng TESDA, kaya pala nahirapan ako makipaglaban na dapat wala ng minimum wage earner sa Pilipinas, siguro sinasabi nila, kung yung TESDA nga pumapayag, sino ka ba? TESDA nga pumapayag na yung mga graduates nila tumanggap ng below minimum wage, ikaw Rapi Tulfo dyan, sino ka ba? Ganon siguro sinasabi ng mga ibang mga kumpanya. Please, sir, pakimonitor niya po. Ngayon, hanapin niyo po yung mga workers na nag-graduate from you, workers kayo kung saan industry, na below minimum wage, call the attention of DOLE and para DOLE would call the attention of those companies para itaas at gawing minimum wage ang kita nila. Will you do that? Will you promise us?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Gagawin po namin yan sapagkat right now, madami na kaming partnership with the Philippine Chamber, Philippine Construction Association, so lahat po yung partner namin so that they can also be enlightened kung ano talaga dapat at anong meron sa textbook natin right now. They are workforce ready. And we can consider as very competitive na po sila. So, kaya namin gina-insist na talagang yung acceptance ng industry natin, talagang bawal yung minimum. Bawal yung below minimum. Kaya we're pushing for the minimum to up.
Minimum and above.
And above.
Okay, ito po Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act.
And Rafi, sorry, but can we let them answer my first question because I'm still
sorry,
waiting
I'm sorry,
for
Mr. Chair. I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. Because I think this is very important issue as agreed upon by our chair of the Education Commission. One, you agree that whenever we produce graduates, 8 out of 10 are employed, but the employment is actually below minimum wage. And let's accept it. Hindi kalidad yung employment na nakukuha. Number two, that's you can contest my statement anytime. Number two, yung binabanggit ni Sen. Rafi kanina dun sa below minimum wage because or probably, correct me if I'm wrong, they are not in the formal sector. Nasa informal sector sila. But still, it doesn't excuse TESDA for not looking after them and taking care of them, no? Three, which is perhaps the most important part of our discussion, is where do we go from here? How do we ensure that either you improve your NCs, our national certification 1 and 2, so that they would be able to compete with the workforce and that they would land in a job wherein at least they could get a minimum wage. In other countries, for example, in Thailand, the level 1 in Thailand is level 2 or level 3 here. Level 2 in the Philippines. So, kaya paano tayo makipag-compete sa kanila in the workforce market? So, yun yung ginaguide ko na kayo how you want to attack or strategize paano bang gagawin dito. And we wanted to see because, again, if we don't do anything about this, same thing over and over again, going to be business as usual, wala ho tayong ma-accomplish. Pareho pala ulit to. It's going to be the same accomplishment as last year and last year and the year before. So I hope we can get something from the agency out of this very important issue. Thank you.
Makasing din, Mr. Chair. Okay, dito sa 8 out of 10 that were employed, 10 mga industry ito. Itong sa 8. Kasi wala pong breakdown eh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Honorable Senator Tulfo, Mr. Secretary. We have a 5 priority sector, Your Honor. First of all is, of course, the agriculture sector, the construction sectors, the IT BPM sectors, the healthcare sector, and tourism. The reason why TESDA is now very aggressive in partnering with the industry and co-developing the curriculum of TESDA now. So, yung level po ng industriya ngayon, ang pinapattern na po natin, Your Honor, ang ating mga training regulations. In fact, Honorable Chair, under the apprenticeship program, 75% of the minimum wage as a trainee pa lang, part of their apprenticeship program, natatanggap na po to ng ating mga learners. They are actually industry immersion, sir. So kung ano po yung kultura, kung ano po yung mga modern equipment ng industry ngayon, and when they graduate, sir, almost 80% of our learners is being hired by those industry above minimum pay, sir. We are just talking about local employment here, Mr. Chair, this honorable chamber, but also 5,000 of OFW being deployed daily. Dumaan po sa TESDA yan. So from, let's say, 10,000, sir.
No, sir. Just give us the exact breakdown sa 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10,
Okay.
sir. As I mentioned, the 5 sa priority.
Agree.
Agriculture.
Ilang percent dyan sa agree?
Agriculture, sir.
Sugan ko lang yung tanong ni Sen Tulfo. Dun sa 5 industry na binabanggit nyo, na tanong ni Sen Tulfo, na sagot ninyo, dun ba sa 5 industry na yun, lahat yun below minimum wage?
Definitely not, Your
Oh,
Honor.
exactly. So, hindi pala dun.
Yes.
So, mali din. Mali yung nagiging sagot sa tanong niya.
Okay, not
That's my
definitely.
point. Bali, wala lahat yung kwentuhan
kasama
natin
po kasi
because itong ang sinasabi ni Sen Tulfo na nai-employ, hindi rin naman dun sa 5 industries na binabanggit po ninyo. Because if they fall under the 5 industries that you're talking about, then they are not getting below minimum wage.
Exactly, sir. Because we have the, as you mentioned, Your Honorable Chair, that we have also the informal employment. Ito yung mga graduate ng
Lahat yung informal, lahat yung
definitely,
below
sir.
minimum wage.
In construction alone, Mr. Chair, which is there's a really a need and shortages, we partner with the Philippine Contractors Associations with 5
So anong industry po yung below minimum wage ng mga graduate po ng TESTA?
Based on the survey, sir, we don't have control over those below minimum
Hindi
wage.
kasi
But we
kayo po
prepare
nagbigay
them
ng data na
to be a-
meron mga below minimum wage na graduate po sa TESTA na yun po yung natatanggap na sweldo after na makapag-graduate nga sa inyo. Ilang porsyento po doon at ano po mga industry ito?
Paliwanag mo. So our policy planning will elaborate.
Okay. Mr. Chair,
Kasi allergic po ako doon sa below minimum wage eh. Sobrang allergic po ako doon.